my ears.
Wait,
That's what it
Oh,
feels
no.
like.
Yeah, that's because I'm turning and you can hear her where she's coming from.
She's like a little fairy.
She's a fairy. Okay. Big place with friends. We're aligned. Big enough. Okay, guys, there's going to be one big change you're going to see right away. Oh, actually, since you guys are watching in 2D, I want to know what this looks like. I put in a little transition so the screen fades to white and then fades back in when you've loaded. Can you guys tell me if you see hiccups during that process?
Yes.
Okay.
Frame rate's
Fade.
not perfect over streaming, but
I followed you here. Hope that's okay. I'm going to get out of your hair in a second.
Did the fade work?
I wanted to wish you luck on your
Yes.
the fade had better frame rate than normal, I feel
Oh,
like.
nice.
yellow spotlights.
So I got this skybox here. That was the main change.
With the
Hey,
sun.
nice.
It's got a sun. It's got clouds that go behind or in front of the sun. It's got a
Ooh.
tree, which I put in here, which some of the clouds go in front of and some of them go behind.
Interesting.
Nice.
So this was an asset I bought. I made the tree, but I bought the asset that had the skybox with the layers and the clouds and the sun. So basically solved the problem where I could either have a dynamic sun or I could have a background with the basic skyboxes available.
It looks great. Very painterly, which I like.
Yeah, I thought it's a kind of like Ghibli kind of style, you know? I
Yeah.
thought, the clouds at least.
Yeah.
No, but you said that you made the tree.
Yeah, I made the tree. That was just an image that I took that I kind of made some effects, did some effects in paint.net with, just to make it kind of look painty.
Okay. So you took someone else's work.
Yeah,
You modified it.
it's open source.
Stole it.
Don't you worry. The tree's open source. And I paid for the sky, so we're all good.
Bastardized it, as they say.
Bastardized it.
That's not what you want to use right now because he didn't bastardize it. It looks really good.
Right.
Well,
Thank
don't
you,
know how good
Jason.
it looked before.
He did.
Fair point. All right, I can see that one.
Oh, the tree.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's teasing about that.
I'm teasing with honesty, if that's what you mean.
Sure, that's really mean to Brian.
Oh, Brian, wait. How did you get the tree? You took a picture of it? Or
I
did you,
took-
like, find a picture online?
I found a picture online. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I found a picture online that was
really
open
good.
source, and I did some effects to it, and I tried to get it to kind of match the style of the clouds. And then,
Yeah, so it's kind of like very like Braid had like a very like pastel use of color.
oh, I loved Braid's. I love Braid's color scheme and art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job in choosing that.
Thank
Now I
you.
feel like you need layers of mist on the forefront around the base of the tree to make it seem even more distancy.
I could maybe do that. So there is something in this skybox called procedural haze, and I either turned it way down. Oh, you can kind of see it. So in that, I'm pointing to it right there with my little laser. Well,
Kind of like,
there's like a little bit of haze next to the
clouds
clouds.
that-
Yeah, right there
yeah.
too. See that?
yeah.
And so, yeah, there's this thing called procedural haze. There's procedural haze that you can adjust. There's ground fog, which I have turned all the way off, so it's just blue all the way to the horizon. And then obviously you can pick the color of the sky, which it was more like purple, the default color, which was kind of nice, and a little bit more fantastical. And then I'm waiting for the sun to go down so you guys can see that. So let me actually look and see if there's any other
I
updates.
see evening.
Let me see if I can pull up my Google Doc just to see. There was one other thing that I forgot to talk about. I knew it.
It looks like sunset might be happening right now.
Can you guys, when I do this screen and screen view, are you seeing it or are you just seeing the game?
I just see the game.
Okay,
Again.
got it. Well, Google Docs is broken. Okay, there we go. Reloading the page. So yeah, I did
Caitlin just dancing.
Caitlin's dancing. I actually can't see. All I see are her hands under my monitor, and one of them is outside. One of them is outside the monitor.
Did you just?
We high-fived on accident. Oh, the other thing I did. Hey, let's get really close, Caitlin.
Okay.
Okay, actually, one of us is gonna need to. Do you have teleport turned on? Shoot. Okay, we're not gonna be able to test this, but I made a function so that if somebody else's head gets close enough to your head, their head turns off. Because I noticed when you have teleport on, if you teleport to the same station as somebody, you are like usually inside their head, and all you see is black, and it was very confusing in the tests with my
Can't
family.
you just make it a lot more transparent instead?
You could, but that would require transparency on this material, which cell shaders and transparency are very hard to get right together. There's like a specific material you're supposed to use for glass, and you can see even that has issues with this sky right now. Cell shaded glass. So generally you just don't have transparent materials with a cell shader. This is not a cell shader. For example, the shield. Man, this sun's really taking a while. It's behind a cloud now.
It's so slow.
Let's go get an upgrade. I should have probably turned. Oh, and I also my sunset script that I already had basically plugged right into this skybox. So this is still the directional light, the single directional light in the scene that you're seeing move. Here, kill that guy, Caitlin. So it worked right off the bat to show the sun where the directional light is coming from. But I did modify the script so that the day lengths can be edited just in minutes now. So I can just type in like, I want the day to be 8 minutes long, which is actually what this day is, 8 minutes long. And my the script that I had to make nighttime move faster than daytime is still in effect as well. So we got a little bit of a sunset. It's not as strong of a sunset as the procedural skybox was. But I
When
still.
does the
wonder
day
why.
start? Does the day start at noon?
No, the day starts from 0 degrees to 180 degrees is how I measure the days. So 0 degrees is when the sun is halfway on the horizon, and 180 degrees is like right now.
But I think in the game when you started, the sun was closer to.
Oh, the sun was at like 10 o'clock maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not high noon.
Caitlin, is it sunset for you too? Okay,
It
good. Just went down. Yes. Good.
Now it's like
That's we're all synced. We're all synced.
Ooh, I can't wait to see all the beautiful stars.
Well, you might just have to keep waiting. No,
It is
actually,
pretty
that was-
jarring, I think, when nighttime comes and it's like pitch black. Especially now. Like, I know you're gonna get to it, but like I think when the sky in the daytime looks this good, I think you're gonna have to have a night that matches it. Otherwise, it's gonna be, I think,
Yeah.
real off.
Oh, look at all those
Ooh,
stars.
nice.
But there are stars. I was lying.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. Looks
Check out that moon. I modified that moon image as well. It came with a package, but it was like really low res in VR, so I had to up it a little bit.
Yeah, this night is very black.
Yeah, so Logan already said exactly what I was gonna say. Is if your sky is gonna have some color in it, I think at night, you're gonna have to have a similar amount of color to match it. So
Interesting.
it's still like
I
pretty.
would just.
You guys can see that there's clouds in front of the sky, right? And the tree in front of the sky?
Yeah, barely.
Oh, you can barely see
Those
it?
could still like
Well,
have
'cause-
some reflection of the moonlight in real life.
Oh, they should have some reflection. Yeah. So that's that tint color you control, and the night sky color you control too. Which I basically just picked a very dark gray for the night sky. Oh, we're
Maybe
going
you
so
should have
high.
chosen like a very dark blue instead.
Yeah, I could try.
Maybe not
I could
even
try
very
blue.
dark, but just like pretty dark.
Yeah,
Pretty dark blue. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah, actually, the default was black, like total black for both the tint and the sky, which did make the stars stand out. How do you guys like the stars?
Stars are great. It's
Yep.
just the color.
Yeah.
I would like more twinkling.
Yeah, you can turn the twinkle up. Actually, I did a little bit.
Oh, there is twinkling.
There is twinkle.
Why?
If you guys can't see the twinkle, you're seeing it at much lower quality than intended
It's
because the
they're
twinkle's pretty
too
obvious.
tiny, which is
We
my
can see
next
the twinkle.
complaint.
You can see the
Yeah.
twinkle. Yeah, it's probably also my head being still probably will help you guys.
Logan's
I'm also
supposed to be
just-
looking for a freaking like techno light show in the sky.
That would be nice. I would like to see some Pink Floyd when I look up.
It's nighttime, bitches. It just starts blinking.
The funny thing is, like they had the night sky completely black, and they had the stars like cyan blue was the default. It was a real strange look.
Blue stars, interesting.
I like this. I mean, I don't know how, but it'd be nice to see a picture of that to see what you're.
Well, I could tune it and show you in the editor in just a second, or I could just show you the default skybox.
And how lucky for us to catch a night with a full moon.
Seriously, I know. You almost never catch that in Treekeepers. Anyway, that is yeah. So I did the privacy sphere thing with the heads, the fade, and then a bunch of skybox stuff.
Very cool. Looks great.